welcome to the fifth contest in the 2025 edition of the Connect Western Best Brain CWBB, which is brought to you by Kankesi Connect 97.1 FM and powered by Best Brain Publications Limited, our sponsors, Desk Technology Limited, and our supporters, Kwanzaa Motors, Keep It Fresh Cold Store, Sweet Endings, Queen's Craft and more, HM Hotel, Cars Company Limited, and First Samuel Enterprise. Our partners, Ghana Education Service, Ghana Secondary Technical School, GSTS, and Isaiah Fashion. Isaiah Fashion have clothed me, the quizmaster, for the entirety of this program. My name is Albert Ababio. Today we have three schools who are also here, very poised, eager to pick up a ticket to the semi-final in this year's edition of the CWBB. I am most happy to have an all-female contest, at least for the first round in this one. We have Defense Basic School, Supomu Dunkwa, Methodist JHS, and Bishop Essuah Catholic JHS. I'll go to the schools, to the contestants for them to introduce themselves. Defense Basic School is to my immediate left, and they are represented by
Joanna Boafu, Basic 9.
Joycelyn Aka, final year.
Joanna and Joycelyn, thanks. You are welcome. Supomu Dunkwa,
Gladys
Basic.
Gladys Gabi.
Dorothy Obo.
Dorothy and Gladys, you are also welcome. And then finally to Bishop Essuah Memorial Basic School.
Precious Yali.
Rachel Wright Sapon.
Rachel and Precious, you are also welcome. Ladies, you already are very conversant with our rules. But for emphasis sake, let me remind you, the competition will come to you in 4 rounds. English social studies questions will be posed to you in round 1, round 2, science, round 3, mathematics, and then current affairs or general knowledge questions in round 4. I'll go through specific rules when we get to specific points in the contest. We'll start with English. For a major question, 3 points. Bonus 1 point, tossing, 4 for first attempt, 3 for second attempt, and then 2 for third attempt. If you ring for a bonus and you get it wrong, you lose the precious point. If you ring for a tossing question and you get it wrong, you lose a precious point. If you ring for a bonus and a tossing question, your answer must be ready. Within 3 seconds of ringing, you must provide an answer. Let's hear the sound of your bells. Bishop Essuah. Supomu Dunkwa. And Defense Basic. We are good to go. I'll start with you, Defense Basic, but a preamble to all schools. Preamble. What group term or collection will you give to a group of people? What group term or collection will you give to a group of people? First, Defense Basic. People at a dance.
Choreography.
No, for a bonus.
Dancers.
No, but next time ring for it. The answer is assembly. Yours. Supomu Dunkwa. People at a concert.
A crowd.
No, for a bonus. Defense Basic.
Audience.
Audience is correct. Yours, Bishop Essuah Memorial. People in a church. Congregation is correct. Same preamble for the next set. Defense Basic. People in the street.
Crowd.
Into the microphone.
Crowd.
Crowd is correct. Supomu Dunkwa. People in a riot. For a bonus. Bishop Essuah.
Mob.
A mob is correct. Your own question, Bishop Essuah. People at a football match.
Players.
No. Defense basic.
Spectators.
That is correct. So toss in. You've already shown that your bells are very working or are in very good working condition. Toss in. Give the adjective form of the following, or give the adjective form of the following. Bible. Bishop Essuah.
Biblical.
So biblical. That is correct. For the next two tossing questions, the same preamble. So listen carefully. Give a word to refer to the small quantity of the following. Give a word to refer to the small quantity of the following. Wind. Bishop Essuah.
Rape. Rape.
That is correct. The next one. Light. Bishop Essuah.
Ray.
A ray is correct. So, we've moved from English to social studies. First question, to defense basic. Which river in Ghana let me take it again. Which river in Ghana takes its source from Burkina Faso and enters the sea at Adan?
River Water.
That is correct. Supomu Dunkwa Methodist. What name is given to the types of plant life found in an area?
Flowering plant.
No, for a bonus. Defense basic.
Species.
No. The answer is vegetation. How many major vegetation zones do we have in Ghana? And that is to Bishop Essuah.
5.
That is incorrect. For a bonus.
2.
Who rang? Okay. Supomu Dunkwa.
2.
No, it is 6. Defense basic. What name is given to the claims and privileges recognized and enforced by the laws of the state?
Right.
Into the microphone.
Right.
That is correct. Supomu Dunkwa. What is the term given to the duties expected of individuals in return of the right being enjoyed?
Responsibilities.
That is correct. Bishop Essuah, the headmaster of Connect 97.1 school keeps denying people admission to the school. How will you describe his action?
Intolerance.
No. For a bonus. You've been bailed out. Human rights abuse. Toss in. We have 3 questions to end this round. What name is given to the law the government of Ghana passed regarding the interstate succession on 14 June 1985?
PNDC law.
Supomu Dunkwa, yes.
PNDC law.
No. So the correct answer, there were a lot of PNDC laws. The correct answer is PNDC law 111. How many seats did the CPP win in the first general elections of 1951? Defense basic.
72 seats.
No. Bishop Essuah.
184.
No. The answer, 34. Which of the conflict management ways is the most effective and most difficult to manage? Yes, Supomu Dunkwa.
Mediation. Mediation.
No.
Aberration.
You have one attempt. Defense basic.
Arbitration.
No. The answer, collaboration. And this brings us to the end of round 1.
Best Brain Publication is an educational publishing firm with an in-depth knowledge in the new standard-based curriculum. We deliver quality content by investing in authorial skills and editorial refinement. Our team of experts have meticulously developed books in all subject areas.
Yes, I did it! Juju, how did you do it?
I use the best way book to connect the computer.
Oh, that's my ball!
All our books rest on 6 broad core skills: creativity and imagination, student leadership, citizenship, critical thinking and problem solving, digital literacy, collaboration and communication. For preschool, we have literacy, numeracy, phonics and writing. For kindergarten, we have literacy, numeracy, our world and our people, creative arts, phonics, writing and picture reading. For basic 1 to 6, we have mathematics, science, English, our world and our people, computing, history, religious and moral education, creative arts, Asante Chi and Equiapim Chi. For basic 7, 8 and 9, we have mathematics, science, religious and moral education, social studies, creative arts, career technology and computing. And we also have questions and answers for all subjects. We have provided links and QR codes under the various topics in our books to link to the world and find out what other people are also learning. Contact us on 0507 200 200. Best Brain Publication. Tomorrow's education today.
Welcome back from the commercial break. We have the scores for round 1. At the end of round 1, Supomu Dunkwa, 1 point. Defense Basic School, 15 points. Bishop Essuah Memorial Basic School, 16 points. Defense Basic School would want to effect a substitution. Joycelyn will leave us and Nicodemus will join us. Round 2. So this is the round for integrated science. Contestants, this round will come to you in 3 parts. The first part, you would answer questions exclusively thrown to you. The second part, the toss-in round, will be questions simultaneously thrown to all schools and you ring for it. The third part would be the desk technology practical round. All the best. You have 10 seconds to provide an answer for this set. I will start with Supomu Dunkwa. Preamble. For the given quantity, name the SI unit associated with it. For the given quantity, name the SI unit associated with it. Supomu Dunkwa. Electrical resistance.
Resistance.
That is incorrect for a bonus. Bishop Essuah.
Ohms.
Correct. Bishop Essuah, your own question. Electrical potential.
Volt.
That is correct. Defense basic. Power.
Newton.
No. Bishop Essuah.
Watt.
That is correct. Listen to this carefully. Supomu Dunkwa. Magnesium, nitrogen, helium, and phosphorus. Which is a metal? Magnesium, nitrogen, helium, and phosphorus. Which is a metal?
Magnesium.
That is correct. Bishop Essuah. Helium, hydrogen, argon, neon. Which is the odd one?
Hydrogen.
That is correct. Yours, defense basic. Capital A, small letter A, capital S, And then we have capital S, small letter D, and capital S, small letter O. Which is the symbol for sodium?
Capital N, small a.
That is correct. So for this set, when I come to you, you state one mineral element or soil nutrient suitable for plant growth. So when I come to you, mention one mineral element or soil nutrient suitable for plant growth. I'll start with you, Supomu Dunkwa.
Carbon dioxide.
That is incorrect. No, this one, no bonus. I come to you, give me one.
Nitrogen. Nitrogen.
Nitrogen is correct. Defense basic.
Potassium.
Potassium is correct. Preamble. Give the main sources of the following acids. Give the main sources of the following acids. Yours, Supomu Dunkwa. Amino acid.
Meat.
That is incorrect. For a bonus, Bishop Essuah.
Protein.
Correct. Bishop Essuah, yours. Lactic acid.
Breast milk.
Correct. Yours, defense basic. Citric acid.
Orange juice.
That is correct. So we have 5 toss-in questions to end this part of the round. The first one. A saturated solution of common salt has a name. What name is that? Bishop Essuah.
Brine.
Brine is correct. The next one. What is the name given to the negative lead of a transistor? Bishop Essuah.
NPN transistor. NPN transistor.
No. Defense basic.
PNP transistor.
No. Emitter. Solar cells obtain energy from which source?
Solar.
Bishop Essuah rank.
The sun.
The sun is correct. Please, don't rush to speak. Ring the bell first. The next one. An object weighing 75 Newton is dragged for 2 meters. What is the work done? Bishop Essuah.
150 newtons.
No.
And 50 joules.
That's the same answer they gave. 140. And then the final one. Name the food nutrient whose deficiency causes kwashiorkor.
Protein.
Defense basic right.
Protein.
Protein is correct. And that brings to an end this part of the science round. But contestants, please, for tossing and bonus, don't take it upon yourself to go ahead and answer. I would only take the option of receiving an answer from a school that ranks for it. We'll go for a commercial break. We'll be back with the Desk Technology Practical Round.
What are the best private schools in Ghana? Well, one thing is for sure. The best schools pay attention to practical science education. Over the years, Dex Technology Limited has been the official science equipment provider for Ghana's best international and local private schools. Our award-winning science set is designed to provide every material needed for science experiments while enabling a superior personalized learning experience for students. How is science taught at your school? Contact Dex Technology on 0246 310 704 to find out how we can help you to provide 21st century science education. Visit www.thescienceset.com today to see our list of Ghana's best private schools. Dext Technology Limited. Practical science is now practical.
Welcome back from the commercial break. Let's go through the question for the Dext practical round. Please flip over your sheet. Let's read the problem together. A debate erupted among basic 5 pupils of Jesus Mary Memorial School on what actually happens to the lungs and diaphragm during in-breathing. As a young scientist with the vision of making the study of science fun and easy, what can you do to calm tempers down among these pupils? The task: with the application of known concepts and available materials, design a model that can facilitate the pupils' understanding of the concept without any argument. Turn over your sheets. Let's look at the related questions. What organ or organs were represented by the half-cut plastic bottle and the balloons inside of it? Name any 2 respiratory diseases. 3. Name 2 differences between inhaling and exhaling. Contestants, that is the problem from Dext Technology Limited. Let's see how best you understand the theories you learned in class. All the best. You have 15 minutes to complete. Welcome back from the commercial break. So, contestants, you were expected with a half-cut plastic bottle, or you were expected to cut a plastic bottle to represent a thorax or chest cavity. and then with 4 balloons, which were to represent the left and right lungs, and then also cut half balloon to represent the diaphragm. That was one of the things you were asked to do in terms of the related task. If you were able to do all of that successfully, 10 points. However, our contestants struggled a bit. They were unable to first cut the plastic bottle, the length for the chest cavity. They were unable to cut it according to the required length. The required length is 17 centimeters. All 3 schools did 14 centimeters, so they lost a mark there. And then using the balloon to fix the diaphragm, they were unable to do that. So all schools lost 3 points. So for that part, the related task, you all had 6 out of 10. Let's come to the answers to the related questions. So respiratory diseases, you were asked to mention some respiratory diseases. 4 or 2 respiratory diseases. Any of these would give you full marks of 2, so 1 each. Asthma, pneumonia, tuberculosis, lung cancer, cystic fibrosis, and bronchitis. If you were able to do this or mention any 2, you'll get 2 points for that. And then the third part, you were also supposed to tell us 2 differences between inhaling and exhaling. So air is taken into the lungs during inhaling, while air is taken out of the lungs during exhaling. That would have earned you a point. Diaphragm expands during inhaling, whereas diaphragm contracts during exhaling. The third one, lungs increase in size during inhaling, while there is reduction in size of lungs during exhaling. Let's go through what the contestants provided. First, Defense Basic School. So they got 2 parts correct in terms of the differences. They said during inhaling, the body takes in oxygen, brings out carbon dioxide, and then exhaling, it brings out carbon dioxide. So they had 2 points there. The other things they mentioned, the muscle of the body contracts during inhaling is not correct. The muscle of the body relaxes during exhaling. That also is not correct. They also got tuberculosis and asthma correct. And then lungs, and they got lungs correct. Trachea, they didn't have correct. So they ended up with total 12 over 20 or 12 out of 20. Supomu Dunkwa, the first part of the questions, they mentioned lungs for 2 points. Second part, the diseases, lung cancer and asthma, 2 points there. They got inhaling is the process of breathing in oxygen, whilst exhaling is the process of breathing out carbon dioxide. 2 points for that. So they ended up with a total of 12 out of 20. Bishop Essuah got the first part, ribcage correct. Whooping cough, asthma, 2 points over there. They also got the differences. Inhaling involves breathing in oxygen, like the others have said, exhaling carbon dioxide. They had 2 points there. They also mentioned that when one inhales, the internal muscles contract and the diaphragm relaxes, whilst in exhaling, the internal muscles relaxes and diaphragm contracts. So they had a further 2 points there. So they ended up with 14 out of 20 points. At the end of round 2, Supomu Dunkwa, Methodist JHS, 18 points. Defense Basic School, 27 points. Bishop Essuah Memorial Basic School, 39 points. So the total so far, Supomu Dunkwa, Methodist JHS, 19 points. Defense Basic School, 42 points. Bishop Essuah Basic School, 59 points. Bishop Essuah Memorial Basic School would want to effect a substitution, Precious would leave us, and Precious' position would be taken by Nana Yao. Precious, thanks for being here. Nana Yao, welcome. Round 3. So this is the round for mathematics. Contestants, you have 30 seconds to give an answer. If you do not have an answer for a major question, it will be up for grabs. The 2 remaining schools will compete for it by ringing a bell. If you get it correct, 1 point. If you ring and you don't give an answer, or if you ring and you give an incorrect answer, -1. Toss in, same point allocation. 4 for first attempt, second attempt, 3 points, third attempt, 2 points. We've sat for a while, our bells have idled for a while. Let's check if they are all in good working condition. Defense basic. Supomu Dunkwa. Bishop Essuah. I will start with you, Bishop Essuah Memorial. 30 seconds. The sum of 3 consecutive numbers is 102. Find the middle number. Yeah.
33, 34, and 35. Sorry, 34.
That is in 1 attempt only.
Okay.
For a bonus.
34 is the middle number.
I'll hold on with that answer. Defense basic. The sum of 3 consecutive odd numbers is 105. Find the largest of the numbers.
— 100.
That is incorrect for a bonus. Yes, Bishop
37.
Essuah. That is correct. Yours, Supomu Dunkwa. The sum of 3 consecutive even numbers is 108. Find the smallest of the numbers.
8 minus 2 is 6. 10 minus 1, 96. Yes. It will be 32. No, it's 32.
You've been bailed out for a bonus. Yes, Bishop Essuah.
Please, 32.
No. The answer is 34. Preamble to all schools. Solve the linear inequality. Solve the linear inequality. Yours, Bishop Essuah. 3, open bracket, 2 minus x, bracket closes, is greater than 2, open bracket, 4 minus x, bracket closes, plus 4. Yes, Nanayao.
X is less than -6.
That is correct. Yours, defense basic. 5, open bracket, 4 minus x, bracket closes, is greater than 3, open bracket, 5 minus x, bracket closes, plus 2. Yes, Joanna.
X is less than 3 out of 2.
Into the microphone.
X is less than 3 out of 2.
That is correct. Supomu Dunkwa. 3. Open bracket 5 minus x bracket closes minus 6 is greater than 2 open bracket 3 minus x bracket closes plus 8. You've been bailed out for a bonus. Defense basic.
X is less than 1.
No.
X is less than -5.
Clap for him. Because he won't earn any points for that. We have only one attempt, but very good attempt done. So that is the correct answer.
So no point.
The fourth set. Listen to the preamble. Perform the following operations. Perform the following operations. Yours, Bishop Essuah, 5 out of 16 times 12 out of 35 divided by 2 out of 7.
Three.
No. For a bonus.
16 times 12 6. I'm wrong. It's 8. It's 8.
You've been bailed out. I'll hold on with the answer. Defense basic. 6 out of 15 divided by 18 out of 35 times 4 out of 7.
9. 10 over 9 times 6. This one will be 3. It will be 4 over 9.
Yes. Nicodemus, go ahead. You were ready with your answer. Go ahead.
28 out of 63.
No, that is incorrect. For a bonus.
4 over 3.
Bishop Essuah.
4 over 3.
No, that is incorrect.
1 over 3.
Supomu Dunkwa. Yours. 6 out of 16 times 24 out of 18 divided by 9 out of 4.
Two. 9 to 18. 18 times 3. 8 times 8. It will be 54. Did you get 2 over 54?
For a bonus.
I see.
Yes, Bishop Essuah.
2 over 54.
No. So, Supomu Dunkwa, yours, 2 out of 9. Defense basic, 4 out of 9. And Bishop Essuah Memorial, 3 out of 8. For the next set, 30 seconds. Yours, Bishop Essuah. If the median of the numbers 9, 10, 12, x, 20, and 25 is 14, find the value of x.
9 plus 10.
for a bonus. Supomu Dunkwa.
16.
That is correct. Yours, defense basic. If the median of the numbers 5, 9, 10, 15, x, 23, 28, and 31 is 17, find the value of x.
$26.
No, that is incorrect for a bonus. Yes, Dunkwa.
17.
No. I'll hold on with the answer. Your own question. If the median of the numbers 12, 18, 20, x, 30, and 35 is 21, find the value of x.
$22.
22 is correct. And then defense basic. The answer to your question is 19. So we have 6 tossing questions to end this round. We are at a critical point in this competition, so let's check if your bells are working. Defense. Supomu Dunkwa. Bishop Essuah. We are good to go. 2 bells, A and B, ring at intervals of 4 hours and 6 hours respectively. After how many hours will the 2 bells first ring simultaneously or at the same time? Yes, defense basic.
24 hours.
No. Bishop Essuah.
6 hours.
No. Supomu Dunkwa.
12 hours.
12 hours is correct. The next one. A boy scores 19 out of 25 in a mathematics test. Express his score as a percentage. Yes, Bishop Essuah.
76%.
That is correct. The next one. Simplify. Open bracket 5a minus 6b bracket closes all squared. Supomu Dunkwa.
25a squared minus 36b squared.
Repeat.
25a squared minus 36b squared.
That is incorrect. Bishop Essuah.
25a squared minus 60ab plus 36b squared.
That is correct. The next one. If W is equal to 12, X is equal to 5, and Y is equal, if W is equal to 12, X is equal to 5, Y is equal to 6, and Z is equal to 4, find the value of WX minus YZ. Yes, Bishop Essuah.
34.
No, not 34.
36.
Supomu Dunkwa.
36.
36 is correct. The next one. A man was 24 years old when his son was born. Now he is 3 times as old as his son. Find the age of the son. Supomu Dunkwa.
6 years.
No, not 6 years. Bishop Essuah.
8 years.
Not 8 years. Defense Basic.
16 years.
No, the answer is 12 years. The final question is a riddle. At any point, you could have an answer to any of the clues. Stop me by ringing your bell. I am a solid geometric figure. I have a uniform cross section. That means I am a prism. My net involves a rectangle. My volume is pi r squared h. My curved surface area is Bishop Essuah.
Cylinder.
That is correct. And that brings us to the end of the round.
Best Brain Publication is an educational publishing firm with an in-depth knowledge in the new standard-based curriculum. We deliver quality content by investing in authorial skills and editorial refinement. Our team of experts have meticulously developed books in all subject areas.
Yes, I did it.
Juju, how did you do it?
I used the best way book to connect the computer.
Oh, that's my boy!
All our books rest on 6 broad core skills: creativity and imagination, student leadership, citizenship, critical thinking and problem solving, digital literacy, collaboration and communication. For preschool, we have literacy, numeracy, phonics and writing. For kindergarten, we have literacy, numeracy, our world and our people, creative arts, phonics, writing and picture reading. For basic 1 to 6, we have mathematics, science, English, our world and our people, computing, history, religious and moral education, creative arts, Asante Chi and Equiapim Chi. For basic 7, 8 and 9, we have mathematics, science, religious and moral education, social studies, creative arts, career technology and computing. And we also have questions and answers for all subjects. We have provided links and QR codes under the various topics in our books to link to the world and find out what other people are also learning. Contact us on 0507 200 200. Best Brain Publication. Tomorrow's education today.
At the end of round 3, which is our mathematics round, Defense Basic School had 9 points. Supomu Dunkwa, 12 points. Bishop Essuah Basic School, 18 points. So at the end of 3 rounds of competition, here are the scores. Supomu Dunkwa, 31 points. Defense Basic School, 51 points. Bishop Essuah Memorial Basic School, 77 points. So we are at the very top of this contest. Time for the Best Brain Publication Limited Power Round. The Power Round is the round dedicated for questions that test our students' general knowledge and also check whether they are very current and follow current issues or current affairs. They've balloted for which school would go first, second, and third. Bishop Essuah will start, Supomu Dunkwa will follow, and then Defense Basic will complete. The rules are the same from previous contests. 10 questions to be attempted within 120 seconds. Each correctly answered question earns a school 2 points. If you are not ready with an answer to a question, ask me to skip. If we still have time after we've gone through the other questions, you may attempt those. All the best. Bishop Essuah. Who was the governor when the Takoradi Harbor was built?
Sir Gordon Gogginsberg.
Correct. Who is the majority leader of Ghana's parliament?
Honorable Alban Babgin.
No. Who is the Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture?
Skip.
In 1897, J.J. Thomson was associated with which invention?
Skip.
What is the largest ocean on earth?
Pacific Ocean.
Correct. Which people celebrate the Homowo Festival?
Ewe.
No. How often are the Summer and Winter Olympic Games held?
Skip.
Who was the Ghanaian president to be overthrown by a military coup? Who was the last Ghanaian president to be overthrown by a military coup?
Dr. Hillary Liman.
Correct. Which year is set to be the target for the completion of the Sustainable Development Goals?
Skip.
In which town in Ghana is Port Apollonia located?
Skip.
Who is the majority leader of Ghana's parliament?
Skip.
Who is the Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture?
Skip.
In 1897, J.J. Thomson was associated with which invention?
People's Party.
No. Which people celebrate the Homowo Festival?
Ga.
Correct. How often are the Summer and Winter Olympic Games held?
Once in a year.
No.
3 times in a year.
Four. Gladys and Dorothy, your turn. In which year was the construction of the Takoradi Harbour completed?
Skip.
Who is the minority leader of Ghana's parliament?
Skip.
Who is the minister for roads and highways?
Skip.
In 1911, Ernest Rutherford was associated with which invention?
Skip.
What is the smallest ocean on earth?
Atlantic Ocean.
No. Which people celebrate the Fetu Afashe?
Ashanti region.
No. What is the symbol of the Olympic Games called?
Skip.
Who was the first Ghanaian president to be overthrown in a military coup?
Dr. Hillary Liman.
No. In which year did the United Nations adopt the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development?
Skip.
In which town in Ghana is Fort San Antonio located?
Takoradi.
No. In which year was the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals adopted?
Skip.
Who was the first Ghanaian president to be overthrown in a military coup?
Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Correct. What is the symbol of the Olympic Games called?
Skip.
Which people celebrate the Fetu Afashe?
Fantis.
Correct. What is the smallest ocean on earth?
Skip.
In 1911, Ernest Rutherford was associated with which invention?
Skip.
Who is the minority leader of Ghana's parliament?
Skip.
In which year was the construction of the Takoradi Harbour completed?
Skip.
What is the smallest ocean on earth?
Skip.
In which year did the United Nations adopt the 2030 Agenda? Defense Basic. Nicodemus and Joanna. What is the name of the administrative capital of the Metropolitan Assembly where Ghana's first commercial port is located?
Skip.
How many parliamentary seats are there in Ghana?
275.
No. Who is the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources?
Skip.
In 1803, John Dalton was associated with which invention? What is the second largest ocean on earth?
Atlantic.
Correct. Which people celebrate the Akwasidai festival?
The Ashantis.
Correct. In which city was the first modern Olympic Games held?
Paris.
No. How many military coups have occurred in Ghana's history?
6.
No. How might one refer to the Sustainable Development Goals in alternative terminology?
Skip.
Where in Ghana is Fort William?
Anamabu.
No. How might one refer to the Sustainable Development Goals in alternative terminology?
Skip.
What is the name of the administrative capital of the Metropolitan Assembly where Ghana's first commercial port is located? Correct. How many parliamentary seats are there in Ghana?
275.
No. Who is the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources?
Honorable Samuel Bujinapo.
No. In 1803, John Dalton was associated with which invention?
Atomic theory.
No, repeat what you said.
Atomic theory.
Not atomic theory. How might one refer to the Sustainable Development Goals in alternative?
Skip.
Where in 3. So, parliamentary seats in Ghana, 276. Honorable Emmanuel Amakufibua is the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. John Dalton, atoms, not atomic energy, atoms. The city that hosted the first modern Olympic Games in 1896, Athens. There have been 5 military coups in Ghana. In alternative terminology, Sustainable Development Goals are also known as global goals. Fort William, you can find Fort William in Cape Coast. And then the year the Takoradi Harbour was completed, 1928, the minority leader of Ghana's parliament, Honorable Afenyo Markin, the Minister for Roads and Highways, Honorable Kwame Govins Abuja, in 1911, Ernest Rutherford was associated with the invention of protons. Arctic Ocean is the smallest ocean on Earth. Olympic rings is the name of the symbol for the Olympic Games. 2015, it was the year the United Nations adopted the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. And then Fort San Antonio can be found in Axim. Fort Apollonia, you can find it in Benin. 2030 is the target for the completion of the Sustainable Development Goals. Every 4 years, the Summer and Winter Olympic Games are held. Electrons. J.J. Thomson in 1897 invented electrons. Honorable Emilia Atta is the Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture. And then the majority leader of Ghana's parliament is Honorable Mahama Ayariga. At the end of the contest, here are the scores. Supomu Dunkwa, 35 points. Defense Basic School, 57 points. Bishop Essuah Memorial Basic School, 85 points. Defense Basic School and Supomu Dunkwa, very well done. Better luck next time. Bishop Essuah Memorial Basic School, Nanayao and Michelle, I will meet you again in the semifinals. Congratulations, work harder. Next will be the 6th quarterfinal contest in this year's edition of the Connect Western Best Brain Competition. My name is Albert Abebu. I have been your quiz master.